Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals, and I'm here to memory plan the week of the 8th of June in my memory planner. So these are the Plannerface freebie PR pack freebies that I am using. So I have 7 of them, so one for each day. So each day is going to have like a colour, and I just put those in the wrong order. So maybe we'll start with Sunday. I've got my stickers pulled out here. I've got these 2 washies to pair with it. So I've got a rainbow from Coffee Monsters Co. and a silver inverted silver bow from Simply Gilded. Then I have various flags here, as well as various layering functionals from my shop. That's what we are working with. So without any further ado, I will get the base down, and by the base for this time I really just mean the washi, because the sidebar we will come back to once because I need one full box for my sidebar. I need to come back to it later when I know which full box I have going spare. So as usual, while I put down the base of my spreads, I do like to talk about a Black Lives Matter topic, and today's topic is going to be talking about calling people out on racism. So this has been a really funny thing, because there's some people in the planner community have been called out for not posting, and then there are other people that are being like, don't call people out for not posting. Just because they're not posting, it doesn't mean they're not doing things. And it's all been a little bit odd. And I think at the end of the day, yeah, shops generally have made a stance on Black Lives Matter, and if they haven't, you need to be asking yourself why they haven't made a stance. But just because they haven't made a stance, it does not mean that they think Black Lives Matter isn't important. It may mean that they just don't know how to phrase it, or they are doing things behind closed doors. Like, not having publicly posted about it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have a stance on it positively. However, why haven't you posted about it publicly? Yeah, you've got a platform, and should you be using that platform for good and to share like genuine things? Maybe, but it's quite hard to judge. So don't write off people that haven't commented, but also question why they might not have commented. Is it the first time you've seen behaviour like that? Is it not? But to be honest, if people haven't said anything about it, it's definitely making me question whether I want to be following their shop and supporting their shop. And that's fine, because I want to shop from places where they hold the same values as me, and that's fine. And yeah, but basically, don't be too harsh, but do what feels right in your heart. So that is the base down, despite my putting things down on the wrong place. So I am just going to get on with it. So the first thing I want to mark on Monday is that actually it was a fast day. We are fasting some amounts of days. I don't even know if I marked it on my other fast day, which was Thursday, but anyway, Monday we're going to mark that it was a fast day. And then I'm going to mark doing yoga in the morning. I think I'd quite like a half-foiled circle for that. I absolutely adore these half-foiled circles. I think they're great. And then after that, so that's just gonna take up all the space because they do. Then after that, I want to mark in that I wrote some blurbs. I think I'm going to use a flag for that, just because it doesn't need to be that chunky, but it wants to be a bit chunkier than like the washi strip or a glitter header. I think that will probably be about the right size. What I haven't thought about is checklists for this. I should maybe have done that. Oh well, we'll deal with that in a minute. Next, I want to mark in work, and I think for work I'm going to pop down 2 of these glitter headers. What am I going to write about on this day? I think I'm probably going to write about looking at houses and stuff with my boyfriend and money. So this is for marking in work, which I've just got a little stethoscope. And then whilst I was at work, I did some marking. I did spoke to some estate agents and stuff about houses, which was very exciting, very exciting. So I'm going to use a little chevron for that with a little mobile. What I haven't thought about is that if this is going to have a full box, it wants to be at the top. So that's a bit awkward because I think I am going to have space for a full box. Damn it, Janet. Okay. Let's think about this for a second. I think I'm next going to pop in a half box to mark working on budget stuff and house stuff. And then I'm going to quickly mark in some editing. I think I'm going to use an appointment label for that. My problem is, because I need to use a full box most days, I think I'm going to end up using a lot of day extenders because, as you can see, I am struggling for space a little bit. And that's fine, but not quite what we're going for. And then the last thing to mark in is watching some James Bond. So I might just not put some text in. Except this was an exciting week because we were looking at houses and stuff, so I kind of want the text in. I think I'm probably going to use a half box decks. So like this is absolutely perfect size. So like that's there for talking about houses. This is absolutely perfect size without the text in, but because I want to put some text in, we need to move everything around. So I think we're going to go with a half box day extender and peeling a lot of stuff up. Don't you love it when I like literally peel everything up? I do not at all. Oh god. Because things like that happen when I rip my yoga sticker. Standard Tilly. Let's put the full box in at the top because that's where that wants to go. And that will at least deal with that not being stuck to my hand like everything else that is stuck to my hand. And then what was first? This fast. We'll put in the fast. Then after fast, what was after fast? Oh, yoga. So put that there and try and repair this yoga sticker that I have ripped to pieces. Where do you go? There. That's fine. Then write blurbs. Work? Did I mark work in next? And then what's this for? What goes on this? Like seriously, have I lost a sticker? Oh yeah, there was a little phone. Oh no, that's there. But that, I'm really baffled now. What was on this circle? I literally don't know what this was for anymore. So, oh, was I going to put the house on it at the end of the day? Maybe. So that's for talking to mortgage people. And then am I going to put my day extender here with this ratty on top? I think so. There. And then let's jump to the bottom where I want to mark in watching James Bond. As you do. So why wouldn't you watch James Bond? What do you do with your evenings? I'm joking, sort of. So that's there for watching James Bond, and then we're going to put in this foiled circle with a little house there for talking about house stuff, and then just pop in the editing above it, and then we've got this space here for a checklist. And rather than a checklist, I might use this, like these strips of washi that are in the kit, to put like a strip down there and then just tear it off. Yeah, and that will be Monday. And left on that sheet we have these little bits here. So let's move on to Tuesday. So on Tuesday we again started the day with some yoga. And I think that might just be free floating. Except yoga the day before was also free floating, but that's partly because of the fast day being marked before it. Then the next thing I actually want to mark in is work. And again, I think I might pop work. I think I might use a flag for work. Actually, no, because I did yoga and then a flag the day before that. So maybe I'll use the quarter box for work. Yeah, that looks better. And then the house that basically like bullied us, that we saw and we fell in love with, and is the reason we like started properly seriously looking for a house, sold on this day. Like we found out it was sold on this day, which was quite upsetting, but whatever. These things that happen. So I'm going to mark about that, and I think that's probably what my text is going to be about. I think I definitely have space for the full box on this day without a day extender. So I think what I'm going to do is not have that heart where it is for now. First of all, move that there a bit and put that there. Fabulous. Then yeah, that's what my text is going to be about. So let's jump down to the bottom and put the full back box in first. I definitely do love this up down full box thing because it means that I like have all my space in one go. So I'm going to jump to the bottom where the first bottom thing I'm going to mark is feeling a bit like meh. We played Dungeons and Dragons with friends and we were just feeling very meh about it. I think we were sad about the house having sold, and we'd seen a house and we were like, we just don't like it, and we were feeling very meh about the whole situation. So I feel like that is a pretty good explanation of that. Then above that I am just going to pop in this games night sticker. I think I wasn't going to do this, but I think I might like layer it on a glitter header or 2 glitter headers, just because I've got so many glitter headers. No, actually I think it'll look better just free floating. Yeah, changed my mind, that's fine like that. Above that I want to mark feeling a bit meh about the house we went to look round. Like it was fine, it was what it was. We weren't excited by it, we weren't disappointed by it, it was a house, it was fine, it was okay. And then for the house viewing itself, I'm going to use the half box in this gap here, and that will leave just a little bit of space for my text. That, or I might not use a half box actually, I might leave a little bit more space. I mean, that does mean I haven't used much of this PR sampler, but that's okay. But I might use one of the oh, I could use a flag. That's a good idea. Use a nice blue flag on its side like that. Like that. Or even, yeah, like that for the house viewing. And then I've just got this bit of space for my text. So again, I'm going to grab a glitter header to top the text. And grab the strip, starting with the darker. I need to turn for this, I can't not turn for that. Except there isn't actually very much space to write, so maybe I will rearrange this flag actually and turn it on its side just so it takes up a little bit less space. Okay, and that is Tuesday. That's how we're looking so far. Let's move that out of the way and on to Wednesday. So Wednesday I got up and tried to do yoga and it just did not happen. I'm trying to work out what day isn't going to want a full box, and I just don't know what it is. So maybe I'll start at the bottom because that's probably the easiest way to do things. So the last thing I want to mark is having some family time. So we have a family Zoom call, and I think that was the thing we did last on this Wednesday. I feel like none of my days were that busy this week. Like it was all very much doing the same sort of stuff. So like working on buying a house basically was most of the day. Before that I did lots of pre-employment stuff. So I was sort of working on getting my employment sorted and getting my job sorted, and I was kind of wanting to use a flag, but there isn't a flag of about the right colour, so instead I'm going to use a half foiled circle, I think. Yeah, that'll do, with a little pencil I'm also going to mark that I booked the remainder of the house viewings this day, and I was feeling a lot better. In fact, that's probably what my text is going to be about. I think I definitely have space for the full box on this day. I really don't know where I'm going to get the full box from. If none of these work, I will just pull out a full back box from my stash. If I end up being able to fit a full box in every day without too much difficulty, I will do that. So we're going to jump back to the top, and we are firstly going to mark in yoga, and it's going to have a not today over it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a glitter header, mostly because of that dotted line. I want to be covered up. So we'll pop in this yoga, and then we're going to pop a cancelled not today's banner over the top. Can you read that? That says yoga? Probably not. Does it matter to me? Not at all. So the next thing I want to mark in is doing yoga and doing some editing, and I think this wants to go on a flag preferably. Sorry if there was some weird cuts there, my camera died and stuff, and then I just restarted filming and then my camera died, and that was useful. So that's for editing. Then I want to mark in that it was teaching day. So for that, I think I'm going to use the half box that's in the kit for teaching. Then I'm going to mark in speaking to estate agents and stuff. It was a long week of talking to lots of people mostly. I think that can probably go free floating, and then I'm just going to put a little happy girl on this flag because I was feeling much better after we got the rest of the house viewings booked. And that is wonky AF, so let's just fix that. There we go. So we just have the happy girl and the house. What am I going to pop the house on? I'm tempted to use a glitter header again, but nah. I just don't want to. I'm going to use a outline hexagon instead. Pop that in there with the house in and the happy girl there, and then we will have a glitter header for the text, and this one is an ombre of 2 different colours, which some of them are. Some of them are the different shades, so the first 2 days were different shades. This one is of 2 colours, so I'm going to go with the one that isn't the glitter header colour, and that will do there. And that is Wednesday sorted. Thursday, we are on to yellow and black day. I need to turn the page. I really don't seem to have that much planned, written down for most of my days. I feel like Saturday is probably the busiest one, so we'll hopefully not use a full box on Saturday, but then I don't have that much written down for Saturday either. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering. Thursday, that's what I meant to be doing. I reviewed my money before I went to work, trying to work out whether I could pay my debt off early to my parents, which I did. Yeah boy. Basically, I wanted to be able to go into a mortgage appointment and say I have no debt, and I needed to do that for myself. So next we're going to mark in work, which I'm going to pop on 2 glitter headers. If I can put them down straight, at least I am going to. So there's one, and there's the other, and that is a bit better. And then Thursday, I got proper addicted to playing phone games on this day. I don't know what it was. I was just in one of those moods. You know when you just get fixated on something, and I full on got fixated on phone games that day. So I've just got a little mobile phone to mark that in. After that, when I came home from work, I did a load of editing. I was hoping to use one over the black things, but to be honest, I don't need. I want a bit chunkier than that, so I'm going to mark in editing. In fact, I don't really know where I'm going to put my text. There's nothing really I want to write about, but I think it's probably going to be about tidying, because although that is very unexciting, it was quite nice to do something with my mum, and do something that wasn't house stuff or work related. So that was quite nice, I suppose. So it's just gonna have to do because that's all I have to say really. And then I'm gonna use 2 glitter headers for my TV time and planning time before the full box, and that will also be Thursday planned. I feel like I am zooming through this day, and I don't know why. I'm zooming through this video. I don't know why it feels so quick, but it definitely does. Does it feel like I'm going much faster than normal to you guys? I really would like to know whether it's just because I'm in a bit of a weird mood and I just feel like it's going quickly, whether it's actually going quickly. I feel like I am talking a lot though. I feel like normally I have to edit out quite a lot of silent areas, and I feel like I've not been silent for more than about 3 seconds during this video, and therefore it's not going to need that much editing out, but we will see. You never know really. It's a weird situation, video editing. You just don't really like, it's, you know, it's you, and it's like, oh, that's me, I said that, I did that, but it's not at the same time. So that is Thursday. Friday, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Saturday that we don't fit the full box in, so let's be real, let's just put the full box in at the top and work our way down. So on Friday, I actually had a lie-in. I didn't manage to get myself out of bed very early and slept in before going to work, so we're just going to pop the sleep in sticker down. Then it was time for work, which I'm going to pop on an appointment label, or am I? Or am I going to pull in something foiled? I'd quite like to use a foiled flag actually, and that's what I would like to do. So I'm just going to pull the flag in and then grab a work sticker. And then I was on my own at work and there were 2 admissions, which was annoying. It's like, work is hard when you're on your own. And there are admissions on my ward. Like generally my job is not that busy, but it is when stuff like that happens. So that's there. After work it was Plannerface anniversary sale day. So I bought lots of stickers, even though I shouldn't really have done, and I did, to be fair, I didn't go too ham. Like I went a little bit ham, but it wasn't too bad. And I actually didn't get the premium matte bundle. She'd sold out of the premium matte bundle by the time I purchased it, and then bless her, Anna said that she would upgrade me to premium matte, so that was really sweet of her. So just and then the last thing I did that day was I actually worked on my orders so I didn't have to do them over the weekend. So if we just pop in a glitter header, and I'm going to write about my bundle here, and again use the washi strip on its side. I don't know why, but I feel like for lining that up neatly I have to tell my planner. So Saturday is the day where I don't think I'm going to fit the full box in, so we will see as we go on with the day. I don't know what, like I probably will, but I'm not 100% sure. So the first thing I want to mark is I responding to Etsy messages. So I wanted to layer that circle on the circle there. I just thought that would look cute. And then I'm gonna mark filming, which I'm gonna pop in a half box there. And then I want to mark in that I was feeling super nervous about the house viewings that we had, which are the next things I'm going to mark in. That Tipex has run out. How sad. I will deal with that later. So let's just pop some of these stickers down. So then I want to mark in the 3 house viewings we went to. So we saw a house we absolutely adored that was like exactly the sort of house we want, but isn't in the town we want it to be in, isn't where we want it to be, and we decided that the location was more important to us in the end, which is, it was good to visit the house to learn that really. So that's the first viewing I'm going to mark, and I've got I wanted to mark these in different ways, so although I have loads of the house icons, I wanted to mark each one differently, so I've just got a little box first. And then we went and visited one on the estate that one of the ones on this on an estate that we thought we might want, and I quite liked that house, but my boyfriend didn't, and that's fine. I think he was potentially, I think he might have been a bit like distracted from how gorgeous the previous house was, but like we didn't want to be there. And then the last house we saw is the house we have put an offer in on and have an offer accepted, the house we are buying, and that was on the estate. So that was us viewing the house that we decided to buy. So the next thing I want to mark in is I want to mark in talking about houses, and realistically I want a big chunk of space for this, and so I'd quite like a big flag or something yellow really. I want something a bit chunky. I don't know whether to use a big chevron or a big circle, big hexagon, maybe a big hexagon. Yeah, I'm going to use a big hexagon, and I'm not going to appreciate that I can't typex out that line, but I can't typex out that line. So what else? So I'm going to pop that there for talking about houses, and that's what our text is going to be about. And I was predictably correct. I'm going to pop this appointment label down the bottom, and I dislike that these are the same, but that's what I got to work with, so whatevs. And in the bottom I'm just going to mark in doing a little bit of editing. I didn't do tons of editing to be fair, but I did do a bit, so just pop that there. And then this whole gap here is going to be for my text. And then because I've got this all worked out, I can then go and do my sidebar, though I might do Sunday before the sidebar, just because then it's like makes more sense to you guys. So that's Saturday done. Last but not least, we have Sunday, and our last full box wants to go at the bottom, and this one was my PR freebie. And I need to turn the page in my notes. So I was on call at work this day, so the first thing I want to mark in is doing some editing. And I'm actually going to mark that exactly the same way as I marked editing the evening before, which is with a appointment label and a laptop cat. Then I want to mark the fact that I was on call at work, which I think I'm going to put on a half-foiled circle. I'm loving these half-foiled circles today. I don't know why, but I really am. Kind of should have maybe used a green flag, because I don't have very many uses for green flags, but too late now. And I've just got this girl being annoyed about life at work, which was me, which is actually what I'm going to mark in next, which is that I was not feeling it. I felt like I got trapped at work and felt salty about it. And then I want to mark that while I was in the shower. So after I got home, I was in the shower, which is like a 2-minute job, like 5-minute job in the shower, and obviously while I was in the shower I got a phone call from work, and so that's probably what my text is going to be about. Then the last thing I'm going to mark in at the bottom is watching a James Bond movie, so we'll just pop that in there, and then above that I'm going to pop in doing some planning. I regret that being a green flag, but maybe I'll change that to the purple box, just because their glitter headers are also green, and I don't want like the same colours next to each other. So if I grab the purple box to go here instead with that on, although it's chunkier and I don't really want the chunkier, but that's fine. Let's put that there. And then the plan, the little script thing in there, across there. And then the last little bit of gap will be for my glitter header and my text. And then let's do the sidebar and finish off this spread. I feel like the top is looking a little bit empty, and it could have done with some deco or something, but there isn't really any deco or anything I could use for this. So I don't really know what I can do about that. I just feel like this bit is really blank. Maybe I can find some like rainbow or some foil, just some foiled date covers or something. But anyway, let's deal with the sidebar first. So the last thing in my sidebar, as always, I need to go back to my full box, which goes in at the bottom here. And I hope I have left myself enough glitter headers in this colour way. Yeah, there's loads. We're good. We're good. So then we have a glitter header, and then we have my currentlies. So I think I finished a book this week. So I pulled out lots of different things because I didn't know what I would want, and I think for the colour scheme probably this reading one is the best. So if we pop that in next, and then I also want to mark that we were watching the James Bonds, and do I? I think I do mark that we were watching the James Bond movies, and that's there. Then we want to pop in then we want to pop in a box for the week of lockdown. We were in there. Then pop in another glitter header. Then I want a quarter box or similar for like the big moments of the week. Though actually what I might do is I might just use a flag. If there's a flag in the right sort of colour, that yellow would do. One of these oranges or yellows will do, that will be fine. Oh, there we go, there's a better yellow here that I'm happier with. So I'm going to use this yellow here with a little house. So if I pop that a tiny bit in with the house like that, and that works perfectly, with another glitter header above it. That's not quite in the right place, and that flag is peeling up, which we do not appreciate. It's better there. And then for my Monday through Sunday, I have this perfectly coloured, except it is long. Is that bigger than a normal full box? Yes, it is. So that's not going to work. So let's go back to these. Luckily, I have multiple options in the orange yellow colourway. So yeah, that one's better. So if we pop that there, and then if we just adjust things ever so slightly. I feel like that isn't straight still. I feel like that's better. I feel like this might be wonky as well. That might be part of the issue. That'll be fine. And I'm just going to pop in the best bits header along the top of this, like that. And then for the other thing that I've got for the sidebar is my little emoji for that. There we go. The top definitely looks way too empty, but I don't really know what to do with it. I might have a quick flick through my date covers and see if we've got anything suitable. So what I found is these, which I feel like are cut really badly. They're not cut through very well, and they obviously have that massive thing there. So these may be a pain to peel up. But I mean, the silver foil like mirrors the silver foil at the bottom of the spread. So we're just going to go with it, and it will be fine. These are not my favourite date covers, but whatevs. We'll make them work. Oh. I think part of the reason I don't like these very much is because they're not cut very well. Nothing against Cherie's shop, but just these are definitely not some of the better quality stickers I've had from her. Though the foiling is excellent, I have to say. Considering these how foiled these are, the foiling is exquisite. And something like this is really hard to get to foil well, so she's done well with that, to be fair. It's just a shame they're not cut very well. I don't really know what to do about this big strip of sticker. That worked quite well. Nails for the win. I love it when your nails can like just peel something off. This has an extra strip of foil on. Oh well. I think I'm past this spread being perfect. It's just going to be what it is at this point. Okay, so let's hurry through and just write everything in. There's a pen here. I'm just going to use this pen. So whilst I'm writing everything in. I thought I'd just check in quickly and talk about our house buying process. We were speedy. We literally decided we wanted to seriously start thinking about houses on the 6th, and by the 16th, so 10 days between deciding we wanted to seriously think, so after 10 days we put in an offer and got an offer accepted on a house. I know that sounds insane, but like, we knew what we wanted, we saw it, we thought, okay, and then we like imagined ourselves living there, and we were like, yep, this is it, this is what we want. So it was quick, but I really like the house. It's a really good price for what it is, and yeah, so maybe a bit quick. Maybe we had been like scouring the market for a couple of months, to be fair, before that, but we just finally made the decision that we were going to start seriously looking 10 days before getting our offer accepted. Bit insane, but it happened. So yeah. Okay, so that is the finished spread. I love that there are lots of pops of foil, but it's not like full box overlays and stuff. And we have a 1 day extender, which I think we did pretty well to have a full box on every day except one, and only 1 day extender. But yeah, I'm quite liking how this spread turned out. So comment, like down below. Do you like to use your samplers? Love that I used them for the week of the Plannerface Etsyversary sale. That was cool. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. Exciting week looking at houses that fell in love with our house. Hopefully it will all pay off and we'll get the house. But yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! Let's not knock my planner everywhere.